I've wanted to be named Tom my whole life, so it all worked out. And only 3 more after me, and then you can get bombed, so just hang with me here. So what I'm going to spend the next 5 minutes on is not talking about time and how much time we have, but what we spend our time doing. And that's really from a focus of close the deal. And we're going to talk about 2 things, how that affects your career and how you can actually grow your business, and in this case, an agency. And there's kind of 5 key things that I'm going to talk about over the next probably 4.5 minutes. The first one is really called Find Your Point of Passion. The second one is to do your homework. The third is discern like a client, which some of you probably are, and I know there's one in the audience. Chemistry is an art, not a science. And your brand matters, so sell confidence. So that's what we're going to spend the next 5 minutes on. The first one is really find your point of passion, and this is key both in work and life, right? You have to be passionate about what you do. And if you don't have that point of passion, it's never going to be successful. So find that. Maybe it's a brand you've always wanted to work on. Maybe it's a client that you really like, and you don't even like the brand, but you love the client. Maybe you like their social platform. Find that point of passion, because when you do, you end up working for the cause, not for applause. And your clients feel it, and you become much more authentic, both to your boss and to your clients. The second piece is really about do your homework. And I guarantee 85% of you could do this better. It's easy to do, but start smart and stay smart. And what I mean by that is, are you in an informational interview or on your 3rd interview? Are you meeting the client for the first time, or you've known them for 2 years? If you start smart and know what you're doing and you stay smart, then you actually deliver time, and time is priceless. So make the time that you have with your clients and with your coworkers meaningful. And when you do that and you stay smart and start smart, you'll be able to do that. And when you don't do that, there's a lot of different things that can happen. The biggest thing is hustle beats talent when talent doesn't hustle. This is huge. I would much rather work with a person of average intelligence that has hustle than somebody who thinks they know it all and sits back and waits for that. So hustle beats talent when talent doesn't hustle. The third piece is discern like the client. And oftentimes when you get into a room with your client, have you really asked yourselves the tough questions before that meeting? Probably not. So ask the tough questions before you get in the room. They've got a million stakeholders that they have to deal with. They've got a million things that they have to understand. Ask the tough questions so that the time you have with them is meaningful. Same with your boss. Don't forget to do that. The fourth piece is really focused on chemistry as an art, not a science. And what I mean by that, although my mother would disagree because she's a chemist, true story, she is. She's probably completely pissed off at me right now. But it is an absolute art, and there's 2 things to remember when it comes to chemistry. And the first is that clients don't buy agencies. They buy people within agencies. There isn't a single client that has said, maybe in the RFP process they say, I want these 4 agencies. At the end of the day, when they make their decision, they're buying human beings. So be real and be that. The second one is that really focused on, from an artist's perspective, be the best part of their day, right? You guys, in all seriousness, and I know there's people in corporate America, it is a matrix pile of shit out there, right? It is crazy. 80% of our clients spend all their time internally trying to sell things through, and they look across the table at us and they say, be the best part of my day. So let's do that. The final thing is your brand matters. So each of you in this room has a personal brand. I don't know what it is. Some of it's probably good, some of it's so-so. But the world is filled with a lot of stuff going on, right? They want you to be confident. So are people moving towards you? Or are they not? If you're trying to get that next job, if you're trying to get that promotion, are people moving towards you and they want you on your team? I'm not sure. You got to ask yourself that. The last thing is, are they saying Dea Kachemba? And when you talk about Dea Kachemba, you say, what is that word? This is probably my word of the year. So I went to Nicaragua last year, and Dea Kachemba means, pardon the boldness, fucking A. So, fucking A, I want more of that. Fucking A, I want to promote that person. So are they saying Dea Kachemba? So understand your personal brand and make it count. So those are the 5 things that I think really matter. The first 3 are things you can choose to do or not do. It's completely in your power. Do you want to really do this and make your brand matter? The last 2 are really focused on things that you can enable. So when you talk about chemistry, are you spending time, are you taking your coworkers and making them human beings in your life? So chemistry is an art, and your brand matters. Spend some time on your personal brand. It really is a big deal. And the last thought that I want to leave you with tonight is the fact that nothing great ever came from being comfortable. Nothing. Think about it. Having a baby, the first day on the job, getting a promotion, nothing great ever came from being comfortable. Absolutely nothing, period. So I'm going to leave you with a few little tidbits on that. And a gentleman named Pat Fallon, who is an icon in the ad agency, passed away this week. Pat Fallon never spent an entire day in his life being comfortable. So get uncomfortable, be remarkable, and thank you very much for being the best 5 minutes of my day.